A hero's welcome for the Apex Predator.
WWE legend on why he ignored Randy Orton backstage. Randy Orton has cemented his status as one of the greatest WWE superstars of his generation. In a recent interview, Booker T explained why he once refused to answer the Viper's questions backstage before a match. Orton shared the ring with Booker T several times in the mid-2000s. While the 14-time world champion was relatively new to the main roster, his opponent had already been involved in the industry for over a decade. In an interview on Demetrious Johnson's MightyCast, Booker T said Orton asked him multiple times to discuss plans for their match before a show. The two-time WWE Hall of Famer ignored the then-rookie's questions to teach him a lesson about pre-match preparation there. Again, I knew by doing that he wasn't going to have anything in his mind other than to try to figure out what he should do, because he has nothing to do. So he has to figure out what to do. So then his character came out, and he went out and started performing and got through the match, Booker T said. Orton lost via countout against Booker T in their first televised singles match on the October 20th, 2003 episode of WWE Raw. 2 months later, the Apex Predator retained the Intercontinental Championship against the same opponent on another Raw episode on December 29th, 2003. How Randy Orton reacted to Booker T's lesson. According to Booker T, Randy Orton seemed surprised that their match went smoothly despite the two hardly speaking to each other before the show. Using the Orton story as an example, Booker T added that wrestlers should look at their job as performing art rather than a legitimate in-ring competition. We came through the curtain in the back, and then he looks at me and he goes, "Is it that easy?" And I looked at him and I go, "Every night," boom, walks off. That's the lesson. You got to be able to go out and you got to be able to perform. It's not wrestling. You got to be able to go out and make people feel. It's not professional wrestling. It's performing art. Booker T commentates on NXT every Tuesday night. He also runs the reality of wrestling promotion and training school in Houston, Texas. What are your thoughts on Booker T's Randy Orton story? Hit the discuss button and let us know. John Cena appeared on the WWE Raw on Netflix premiere to announce his entry into the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. The greatest of all time cleared the air by stating that he was very well hoping to win his 17th world title. The legend has done it all and won it all in WWE. However, his final run has fans hoping that he will do a lot more before he hangs up his boots later this year. Royal Rumble will likely present the legend with an opportunity to work with some new stars and his former rivals. It could open the doors to many different possibilities. Check out 5 potential directions for John Cena in the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. John Cena could get his dream WrestleMania match. Many WWE fans will be cheering for John Cena when he enters the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble early next month. The greatest of all time will have an opportunity to bag a world title match opportunity, much like the other 29 superstars in the contest. Cena could do the unthinkable and eliminate the last superstar from the contest to get a match for WrestleMania. He could then turn his attention to World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, who is still without a significant rivalry heading into the event. John Cena already has 16 world titles to his name, and he has made it clear that he would love to break the record. A win at the Rumble could bring him closer to his dream match. Number 4, Logan Paul eliminates the greatest of all time. Logan Paul's inclusion in the Men's Royal Rumble match is being treated as a huge deal by the company. WWE even gave the Maverick a promo segment with Seth Rollins and Gunther on the latest edition of Raw. The booking could signal a solid showing from the YouTube star in the Rumble match. WWE could allow him to eliminate John Cena to gain more heat from fans. Cena will be in his last Rumble match, and anyone who eliminates him will automatically earn fans' wrath. Logan Paul could earn that spot. WWE's booking for Gunther hasn't been as great as many would have expected. He has only defended his title a handful of times against top stars on screen. A rivalry with John Cena could do the ring general a lot of good. To make that possible without a Royal Rumble win for the veteran, fans could see Gunther come out during the contest to attack Cena. He could pull the greatest of all time over the ropes and eliminate him, leading to a brawl. Gunther's actions could see the two men compete for the title at Elimination Chamber 2025 that comes within touching distance of a win. Much like Roman Reigns, John Cena has enjoyed being in the final 2 of Royal Rumble matches a few times. He won the match in 2008 and 2013. Comes within touching distance of a win. Much like Roman Reigns, John Cena has enjoyed being in the final two of Royal Rumble matches a few times. He won the match in 2008 and 2013. The 2025 Royal Rumble could see him reach the final spot again. He could be the last man in the ring with either CM Punk or Roman Reigns. The two stars could battle their way before either of the remaining stars eliminates him to win the contest. This could lead to major heartbreak for his fans in the final moments of the contest. It could also make the victors win even sweeter, as Cena is a legend. Randy Orton is one of the legends who could return at the 2025 WWE Royal Rumble. Many fans will hope to see the Viper back in action, with some wanting to see him go all the way. John Cena and Randy Orton could have an epic face-off if the latter returns to competition during the contest. They could then work together to eliminate a few top names from the ring. Cena could then turn on his longtime friend and eliminate him from the ring. That could piss off the Viper, who could throw things around outside the ring before heading backstage. Fans could see a rivalry build between the two men in the following weeks, especially if the greatest of all time doesn't win the Rumble. They could have a marquee match at Elimination Chamber later this year. Randy Orton, out indefinitely after taking piledriver from Kevin Owens. WWE has updated fans on the status of Randy Orton and announced that the superstar will be out indefinitely following a brutal piledriver from Kevin Owens. Owens delivered the piledriver to Orton on Friday's episode of WWE SmackDown, leaving Randy down and in need of being stretchered off and out of the building. WWE took to social media on Saturday to reveal that Orton had been diagnosed with a cervical cord neuropraxia. According to WWE, the injury leaves Orton without any timetable to return, meaning he'll be out for an unknown period of time. The attack from Owens came after weeks of feuding, which began when Owens angrily attacked Cody Rhodes for helping Roman Reigns following WWE's Bad Blood. Randy Orton: I would love to wrestle into my 50s. Randy Orton doesn't intend on retiring from professional wrestling anytime soon. WWE superstar Randy Orton recently spoke with Adam's Apple. When asked about when he intends to retire, Orton surprisingly answered that he hopes he can wrestle into his 50s now, thanks to the spinal fusion surgery he underwent a year and a half ago. If you were to ask me 2 years ago, I would have thought it would have been close to the end. But I had a spinal fusion a year and a half ago, and that changed the game, Randy Orton said. I've been in pain throughout my entire 30s. I was hurting. I was begging for time off when I was 35. I think Vince's quote to me was, "Mother Nature gets us off." And that's hard to hear when you're 35 and your back hurts and you're busting your ass for this company. There's been some changes, and now I think instead of pushing guys, running their dicks into the ground until they fall apart, there's a great atmosphere here now where they go, okay, how can we make this guy last? And the beauty of it is I'm not even there yet. I feel so great after my surgery. I'm a full-time guy. I don't want to do the old Undertaker or Shawn Michaels schedule, which they needed to do, understandably, but wrestle at WrestleMania, take this summer off. Maybe you see them at SummerSlam, yada, yada, yada. The WWE Royal Rumble 2025 will air live this Saturday night in Indianapolis, Indiana. The event is one of the company's biggest shows of the year and will have major implications